Welcome back to another video. It's Friday, and you know what that means? What should we talk about today then, Chris?
Let's talk about the Max Power Fiesta.
Why not?
So Aid, tell us about the Fiesta.
Well, we did a lot of shows last year, as everyone knows. Check out Roadhog Aid, they're all on there. And we did the Max Power reunion, which was a good show, and I got a video of it. And about a week later, a guy I used to work with, Andy, he phoned me up and said he might have something in his field that I'd like. So obviously gets my interest straight away, that. So I went round and there was this poor little Fiesta sat in his field for about the last 5 years. It had about half a ton of scaffolding in it. You can see me taking it all out on my YouTube, Roadhog_Aid, just saying. So yeah, we went and had a look. We took all the scaffolding out, which was a lot, and looked at the car to see whether it was worth doing anything with. And even though it had been sat in the field for such a long time, it's not rotten, which is quite handy for us. So there was a lot of bartering went on, shall we say, and yeah, ended up trying to pull it out of his field. So again, watch one of the videos, because we actually pulled the front end of the car off, which wasn't ideal, but wouldn't be us if it didn't happen. So yeah, we pulled it out of the field. Our friend Lee kindly recovered it and brought it back here for the academy, and this is where it is at the moment. So we'll have a little bit of a walk round and a talk round and see what we got. So where we got it, it was only a 1.3 with the old 1.3 overhead valve engine in it, which really I mean, back in the Max Power day, it was all about the body kit, the stereo, and not so much about the engine. But as you know, we like an engine swap here apparently. So we had a couple of Puma engines lying around. So now it does have, come with me, look. It does have a 1.7 Puma engine in it. Obviously we've put the strut brace on it as well. The engine has run in other cars before we've had here, but we haven't had it running in this one because the wiring we probably need a new loom. So as we need a new loom, we may not stick with this engine. You know, we never rule nothing out. It's already had one engine swap to this, which is twice as much power as what the 1.3 was. But we might even look at doing a different engine swap in this in time. Maybe from a Mark 6 or even a Mark 7 Fiesta. So that will give you an idea of the two engines we're looking at. As you can see, like I say, we've got a strut brace on it as well. It's got, I can't remember the name of suspension on it now, what make it is. But it's got obviously lower suspension on it, but one of the rear coil springs was broken. So we're gonna have to change all the suspension anyway. We polished it up quite a bit. Again, if you watch the videos of me pulling it out of the field, you'll see the paintwork was absolutely bleached. It was almost white. But students, they can see the progression with it when they're mopping it and polishing it, and they can see the difference that it makes. So they quite like that. There are a few issues with the bodywork, like we've got cracks here, and the side skirts are quite damaged as well, where my mate Andy's dogs were trying to bury under it to get to the rabbits and the rats. But hopefully we won't need to give it a full respray. It's in Porsche Riviera blue, I believe it is as well, which is a nice colour. In actual fact, it's the same colour as a very good friend of ours, Fiesta. Check out Fat Fiesta 16. Lovely. Got flappy doors as well. It did have 17-inch black wolf race wheels on it when we got it. But in my opinion, I'm not sure whether the black wheels suited the Max Power look. So our good friend Christian had these ST24 wheels and he said, yeah, go and have them. So I think with the Max Power look, silver wheels is definitely the way forward, because we want to try and recreate the Max Power theme with this. It's going to cost a lot of money to do what we want to do with it, because it's going to be absolutely full of stereo. 2 seats, the rest's all stereo. And it's going to be loud, but that's in time. It's not one of our projects that's going to be quick. It's going to be a long-term project, like I say, because of the financial outlay. But it will happen. We've done a few bits to it. As, like I say, we've done an engine swap. We've also got rear disc brake conversion on it now, and a bigger front disc brake conversion on it. So we've done them with the students. Handbrake cable we had to change as well. And we've got new lower arms on the suspension because the old ones are absolutely shot. As you probably noticed, we have a Mitsubishi Evo style vent taped to the bonnet at the moment. We are gonna have these holes, but we haven't quite decided the best way that we're gonna fit the vent to the bonnet yet. It'll be a lot of work, maybe quite a bit of filler, and we all know how messy that gets. Also, another part of it that's gonna need a bit of filler is the rear spoiler. We picked this up as well, Facebook Marketplace. It didn't have any spoiler on the back at all, but I felt like it needed one. So random browsing on Facebook Marketplace, and a Devil Horns Mark V Fiesta spoiler was there, as if it was meant to be. So we got it, and you don't see many of them coming up anymore for sale. So it does need finishing off, which is good, but we'll get that. Whether we do that black to match the roof or blue to match the car, I don't know yet. Probably going to do it blue. You see there, we've still got a bit of shine on it. Lexus style rear lights. It did have a big single exit exhaust on it. We might go for twin exit. Again, we're not worried about this car too much at the moment. It's here now, so it's a car that we can do little bits on. But because of the outlay and our other projects, this one is down the pecking order, so to speak. But it will be done. We do want to get it back to a max power condition and go to the reunion shows, because they are really good shows. We even plan to put like a PS2 in it, so we can play Need for Speed Underground, you know. Back in the day, I grew up in the max power era, and it was a great time. It was a great time. So yeah, I'll be reliving my youth a bit with this, but you know, it'll be worth it. So it's not going to be something you'll see on the channel that much, because we won't be doing that much to it, but it'll always be in the background, and it'll be making little baby steps forward. So that is about it really for this car. You know, it will evolve like all of our project cars, but it won't be one of the quick projects. So that's it really. So it's goodbye from Chris.
See ya.
And it's goodbye from me. We'll see you next time.